Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Chris Cottrell with you at our KNEB.TV Sports Desk. Today is, again, we're talking a little high school football, high school sports season for the 2018-2019 year. Just wrapped up with Boys State Golf last week, and let's get to this upcoming school year, and we're talking high school football with Gering head football coach Josh Hiatt. It'll be his second year at the helm. Coach, year one, obviously one-loss record, not what you were looking for, but let's move it forward. What are you thinking about as far as summer? How important is the summer? What are some key dates for you and your program?
Yeah, you know, we established a lot of what we wanted to in the first year, but the summer is the preseason for football. It's get everything going. It's get in the weight room. It's have your camps and reestablish what you want to do. We have a unique situation where we get to add a lot of new staff this summer, so getting them in front of our kids early is going to be key. We start weights Tuesday, the 28th of May, so coming right up next week. We're really excited about that. The kids really bought into that last summer, and we're looking to build on what we have going there.
Yeah, you touched on your staff. I know last year when we talked, we thought it was important to have guys like Zach Smith and Danny O'Boyle part of the program, but they've made some life decisions. They're going to move down to Arizona and join up with Danny's older brother, Pat, and do some coaching down there, so you've got to adjust, add some guys. Who are they and what do they bring to your program?
Yeah, Danny was going to take a lot bigger role for us this next year, so losing him and Zach, that stings a little bit, but we got a lot of good guys coming in. Jared Williams is a local guy who's been around the area for a long time. He's a Gering grad. He's going to be our offensive coordinator. He's been coaching down in Kimball for the last couple of years. He brings a unique experience. He's going to bring a little option football to us, so we're looking forward to that. Travis Gable's a teacher at the high school, a name that a lot of people around here know from the baseball circuit. He played college baseball, but he's got a lot of coaching experience. He's going to come in and help. Kyle Cotton, the new basketball coach, is going to come in and help. He's going to bring a unique dual sport identity to us, which is going to be nice to have. And then Zach Bonas is coming in as well. He's coming from Scottsbluff over to Gering, so that's going to be another unique perspective that's going to help us out. Our offensive line is going to be coached by Rico Ochoa, who's got a lot of Arena League coaching experience. He coached some in Colorado. He's originally from Sydney. His mom lives here in town, so he's moving back, and we're going to be blessed to have him as well.
Yeah, you mentioned Zach, and he used to be a coach over at Gering on the basketball side with the freshman program, so many of the kids already at the high school pretty familiar with Coach Bonas, so sounds like you've got a pretty heavy load as far as new guys coming in that you have to get integrated. What about you yourself? What'd you learn? Your first head coaching job on the football side. What'd you learn about yourself personally last year going through the rigors of being a head coach and also dealing with a bunch of losses?
Yeah, learned a lot, got a lot of first-time experiences. I was talking to my wife just now, and it's going to be nice to go into something that can feel like a habit. But the new staff is a blessing to us, just to have guys of character that are coming in and wanting to be full-time coaches. So that's going to help out. Myself, dealing with last season, we were basically looking to install the groundwork of our program, and the wins and losses we really didn't care about much last year. Granted, you want to be better than what we were, but we wanted to get the basics, the fundamentals, the techniques, the assignments, the character issues that we had last year dealt with before we worried about wins and losses.
What about that groundwork, your foundation, your base? What type of stuff do you return this year, roster-wise, and overall, just where we sit here in late May, how do you feel this next year could turn out if things break your way and guys work hard?
I really like our underclassmen right now. Our freshmen, sophomores are going to be freshmen, sophomores. There's a lot of them. We could have around 60 in the 9th and 10th grade kids. Our seniors, there's some pieces that we really are looking forward to seeing what they can do. The numbers just aren't as high in those classes, but our kids are really coming in ready to work and ready to get to go in this season.
Yeah, I think your incoming freshmen, the 8th grade team this past year, they went undefeated, and I think they really took it to the 8th grade team from Scottsbluff, just kind of as a barometer. So you've got to feel good about them. They come in with confidence and a belief in themselves as young men and players.
Yeah, and that's the big thing there, is just to establish that and keep that going. We've got some of them that are already itching to be, JV varsity contributors. we'd like to keep them together as a freshman team and let them build. But, you know, if the opportunity presents itself where they're going to help us out, then we're going to use them.
How do you treat the Scottsbluff Gering dynamic? You've got two Class Bs so close in proximity, one really top of the mountain level type program throughout the state in Class B, and you're just trying to build your way up little by little. Do you use that as something as a barometer, or really do you just completely throw Scottsbluff out the window and you only really can worry about your own stuff?
You know, a lot of that. We're going to worry about our own stuff, but I love having them right next door to compete against. We'll see them in everything we do this summer. We'll see them at Shattern. We'll see them at different 7-on-7 things, and you read about them, you hear about them. The kids know each other, so you can't avoid it. But it's good to have somebody there that you can measure yourself against, and that's how you get better, is by competing against the best. And we got them right in our backyard, so no better way to test ourselves and compete and see where we're at.
Gering head football coach Josh Hiatt, glad we could get Coach in, kind of set the tone for Gering football for this summer. Always key months. Games are won and lost on Friday nights, but games are also won and lost over these next few months with guys dedicating in the weight room and working out and things of that nature. So, Coach, thanks for coming in. Glad we could have you, and we'll do this again sometime down the road.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for all you do.
Appreciate it. Coach Hiatt with Gering High Football. That's the latest today from the First National Bank TV Sports Desk here on KNEB.TV.